visit some brother out on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, all my sunflowers and visitors. Welcome. Well, we're going to be talking about news. I mean, Baby Crone and I have been waiting to talk about news, but they haven't really been having too much to talk about. Now we're oversaturated with news, and now it's so many things to talk about. But we just want to talk about a few things and let you know what's going on. Baby Crone, what's going on in the news? Who are we going to start with?
The tariffs.
Oh, well, the tariffs. That's a good place to start. Well, as you know, that what do they call, the cargo is coming in from China stuff will be coming in either very soon, within this week or next week or so. China stuff will be coming in, and that'll be the last of China for a while. And so you all know that there is a lot going on in China. Not only are they going through a lot of them not getting their paychecks. A lot of them have these trucks that the United States, so the stuff that they have is just in cargoes in a warehouse or just sitting, because if we're not buying them, they're not, right? So that's a mess going on. So you know that that's affecting them as well as it's going to affect us. And also with news is Walmart is leaving the country and going to Central America, right?
Yeah.
Name some countries that's in Central Peru.
Yes, we have Peru. We had Guatemala, Puerto Rico.
No, I don't think it was Puerto Rico. It said no, because Puerto Rico is a territory, I think. I'm not sure, but I don't think, I looked it up. It could be middle, but it definitely didn't say Puerto Rico. It could have, but let's just put that on the back burner. But anyway, that's just a few things where because of the tariffs. And I mean, a lot of people are leaving, or companies are leaving. A lot of close downs are coming. A lot of companies are letting off. Big time companies. Anything you know that you can add to that, Baby Crown?
Just a lot of businesses are being affected with merchandise.
A lot. And I think it's because of the tariffs. A lot of truckers are going to be laid off because they just don't have the business. But as I said before, you can't blame tariffs for everything. Look at my video that I did on, what was it?
Was it about talking about a food shortage?
The food shortage. Yeah, a lot of these things that's just going on around the world has a lot to do with weather, the weather, climate, in America, they have frost, and it's just a whole lot of other things. And the tariffs just don't help. It just sent it all over the edge. But I like to believe this. This is what gives me hope. Okay. Sometimes you got to tear down to build up, or sometimes it get worse before it gets better. That's what my grandfather used to always tell me when I would say, Grandfather, when I'm going to get well? He said, you got to get worse. Sometimes you get worse before you get better. And that just helped me, and it kept me. So maybe that'll be some words of wisdom for some of you out there. And I know that it's not when jobs are scarce and you never know when they're going to lay off and all of that. It's hard times. And it seems like it's going to get a little harder. How hard? I don't know. But I know one thing. I know I can't say too much, because if I do, I get a flag kind of like saying, don't go there. So it's like, so many times I want to say so much, but I'm limited. I have a muzzle. You can't, they don't want you to, because if you do, you get flagged or a warning. And I just got warned about my video that I did on, what was it?
A food shortage.
A food shortage. I got warned on that. So even though it's playing, but I don't get nothing from it. So it just makes it crazy that you have to be limited in what you say. But I respect it. That's their show. I'm a part of it. I'm a worker. I'm a part of the business. So a lot of things I like to say, but I realize now you can't. It's like you can know a lot, but you can't say it. You can, but it'll be a penalty. So with that being said, so all I'm saying is I just keep it general, and that's what's going on with that. So like I said, a lot of people are struggling and yet to struggle. We don't know what's going to happen. So when you go to the market, are the shelves empty? Any?
No, not yet.
Is it anything that you want you can't get?
No,
So that's
yet.
not happening. But in other states, stores are closing down. Prices are high in New York and in California, places like that, Florida. There is a feeling of something. Mm-hmm. So, but we'll see what happens. And remember, just when you go to the supermarket or wherever you go, just pick up the little extras, you know, of what you like. I gave a list of 10 items.
Yes, you did.
That if you want to see it, it's on that. What is that video?
It was talking about, is there a food shortage coming to America?
Right. Well, from where it looked like it is. But you know, like I said, who knows? Things can turn around. I don't think so. I'm going to stand on the side of caution. Things get worse before they get better. The point is, how worse? For some, it won't affect them hardly at all. But for others, it will affect. You know, some may feel a pinch, some may feel it horribly. It depends on your financial circumstances. That's what it depends on. How many mouths you have to feed, how many children,
how far do you have to travel to get this food,
and how far. Yeah, those are the variables. But outside of that, I hope that I won't feel it like that, and some will feel it. Some are feeling it now because they've lost their jobs. So I like to think that I'm a part of the blessed right now. Mm-hmm. And maybe you are too. So anyway, who else we have coming up, baby?
Yes, Smokey Robinson.
Yeah. Did I talk about Walmart is leaving the country? Yep. Yeah. So yeah. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell is going on with Smokey? The thing is, I'm going to do a reading on him. That made me think I'm going to do a reading on him as soon as I finish this, because I just want to know, is he innocent or is he guilty?
That's a good question.
I was a little girl when Smokey, my mother and my uncles and them loved Smokey Robinson, but and the Miracles with them at one point, way before my time, but not way, but I guess he's old enough to be my dad, you know. Oh, yeah. So I was a little girl, but ever since Smokey when I was young, I don't know, a young girl, I heard my mother and my uncles and them talking about him like we do today, you know. And they were saying that he was a cheater and he cheated on his wife and all of this. So he went with Diana Ross. I mean, he always had a history behind him, but he was so cute, as my mother would say. He was so fine. He was so attractive. But like a little girl, I liked his music, but what I know, but I was a little girl, and so he did have things with him. I went to see a show with him about, I don't know, maybe over 10 years ago. It could have been like 13 years ago or so. I saw a show with him, and he was grinding. He could hit those high notes. He was grinding on stage. He always seemed a little hot, but that was the first time I saw him in concert, and he was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. He was an older man. He was old. Not old, but mature. And he was hitting those notes, and the audience, and of course, myself and my date, we were just amazed how he could hit those notes still. So when I think about Smokey in this, I don't even know, in this situation, it saddens me, because it's like, when they said the season, this is the year of revealing, they mean they revealing every darn thing.
Yeah, for real.
And I think it's just sad to see that this man is old and that he's been dealing, but he have a taste for Spanish women, I understand. Okay. So just sad, but I had to mention him. So, I mean, for some of you, you don't even know who he is, because he's like your grandfather. And some of you, he's your great grandfather. But, and so you wouldn't know him, but he was very, very famous, very, 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 very famous, very famous. I'm trying to equal him to famous of today. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really hard to.
Like a Usher. or a Justin Bieber, Chris Brown. He was like that. Very famous, very famous. Wrote for a lot of people. Just a famous man. And it's so sad to see him in this bottom of the barrel. Yeah, but I'm not shocked because of the stories I heard about him, because he was a cheetah pumpkin eater,
okay.
and he played around. But what I'm learning now in life is when you see men that really mess around with a lot of women, somehow their name always wind up in a negative.
I wonder why.
That's what I'm saying. And that's how I see him. Not that I knew him, but my mother, he's like my mother's generation. So they were pining over him. So they talked about him. So that's how I know him, but I don't know him. Like, that's like you like knowing Michael Jackson. Right? Yep. So with that being said, that's all I got to say about Smokey. I'm going to do a reading on him and just see is he innocent or guilty. I'm thinking the man got some guilt up in there some kind of way. And it's sad to say that. It really is. It really, really is. But back in those days, women didn't have rights like they have now. So we're looking at a different generation to now. And that's the same thing with Jay-Z and all. They're 55 years old. A lot of things they didn't have for rights. And so when you hear women coming forth, you're like, why come forth now? Because a lot of times back in those days, not even a good 15 years ago or 20, they had rights for women like that. Well, maybe about 15, 20 years ago. So what else we have now?
The next person, funnily enough, speaking of people having alleged things to say, we have Diddy next to cover in the news.
Well, like I said, Diddy, I think I don't know what they've done or how much they've done, but we're waiting for the trial. I don't know when the trial date, but it's coming. And when they start the trial, we're going to be following it.
Yes,
so just get ready for the Diddy. He's coming out. Things are going to be coming. And I don't know if they picked out what do they call it? The jurors or anything like that. It's been a lot of talk and negotiations and things like that going on, but I haven't been following too closely, but I am sounding the whistle saying, get ready. The trial of a century is about to start. It's about to commence, and we will be there for that. So who else we have?
It's like living a piece of history.
Yes, this definitely. This is the first Black man that's been this kind of wealthy that's taken on the system. So, and has been in this nefarious kind of behavior. This is going to be absolutely, I don't know. It's just going to be, I want to see it. I mean, I want to follow these cases. I want to follow that. I want to follow Shannon Sharp, and I want to follow what's the white girl who they had her on some show, which I don't think she needs to be on there. The Simple Favor.
Oh, Blake Lively.
Blake Lively and her husband. There are cases. So we're calling it the People's Court. Not the People Court, but the public opinion, and where you can call in and voice your opinion, and we can have dialogue about it. I think these are times that we need to talk about things like that, because things are changing, times are changing, and rules are changing, even as we speak. What else we have?
Yes. Speaking of people, in some heat. Well, this one isn't too much.
Well, anyway, we talk. Jay-Z and Beyonce are planning to move out of the country. They've been talking about it for a while. They're planning on moving to a place in England, and they call it across the pond. And I think it's Cottewold. Did I spell it right? Cottewood. I don't know the name of it. Did you got the name? Do you remember it?
The best way I could pronounce it is Cotswold.
Something like that. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's where they're planning to live, but they're planning to leave the country and live in another country because they probably just want the heat off of them, and they're still keeping property here in America, like their Malibu home, or I think it's they're keeping stuff, but they want to leave. And I guess they're tired of of the talking and the whispers and the gossip. And so I think they want to go ghost for a while. But don't worry, when they're ready to make money, they'll be back.
I like that.
You can count on that.
Mhm.
So who else we have?
Next we have Cardi B.
Cardi B. As you know, I wasn't even going to talk about her, but I have to. But as you know, Cardi B has been out there with that BBL and is botched allegedly.
Yes.
And so she wants to sue her doctor for having a botched BBL, which leads me into when she was doing the Coachella.
Yes.
That's when you could really see it. Now, whether it's live or whether it's Memorex, I don't know, but you could see it, and it was looking like cheese. It looked real cottage cheesy, like just lumpy, bumpy all over the place. And she was just rolling it and twirling it around, and it was bumping and bumping. It was not an attractive sight, but she's supposed to be suing her doctor for it. And going into that, is there anything else major we need to talk about?
No, besides the Met Gala.
Okay, so let's talk about the Met Gala. We're just trying to get through the news here, just give you an update of what's going on. And the reason why I'm kind of like going through it alone pretty much is because Baby Cone had a long day and she's be going away tomorrow. So I just wanted to give you some news. We were planning to do it. I was going to do it on Friday, but I forgot that you're leaving tomorrow. So she won't be back until Sunday evening. So we're just trying to get this news out there. So please, if you like us, please thumb us up. Just to give you what's going on and what's going on around us. This is what's the talk.
Yes.
So so we're going to talk about the Met Gala. Well, it's supposed to have been like for Hollywood, Black Hollywood or something like that. You remember?
Yes, I did hear that. Because the first time around when I was looking at their outfits, I thought tailored Black style.
Is that what it's supposed to be, black?
Yes, but I've learned that actually, if yes, you can wear black, but no, the key is to pay homage to Black designers.
Okay.
Which I found interesting because a lot of people were in Louis Vuitton, which is not a Black designer, but that explains why a lot of people were not wearing black. I saw some people in reds and whites. So now I finally am caught up to the theme of the Met Gala.
Right. Well, maybe when you come back, if it's not too late, you could do a little recap over it. But right now, we could just talk about a few of the styles.
Yeah, here we go. Just a quick rundown. It says the 2025 Met Gala theme was super fine, tailoring Black style. This theme explored Black style, particularly the influence of Black dandyism in the Western world and how fashion has been used as a tool of both enslavement and liberation.
I could see that because their outfits were like modern and old time mixed together. I thought Rihanna looked good. She announced her pregnancy, but we already knew she was pregnant. At least we did. So I thought she looked good. I really do. I really did. Who else did you think looked good?
Who did you just name?
I named Rihanna.
Oh, Tiana Taylor.
Okay, what is about her outfit?
What I loved about her outfit, I'll show you a picture of it. I have the picture saved.
Can you put pictures up when we talk about each person? We're just going to go over a few for you before we close out with them.
You know, Tiana Taylor always.
I love her. Yes, I just love her fashion. Nice and she's I was going to say it. I love her. I'm not shocked by that. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all. It was so many of them. I was naming them the day off of that. I don't want to mention the Kardashians. Just save them for later, please.
Okay. But Usher was there. You just did a reading on Usher.
Right, but what about his outfit? I can't remember them because
his outfit was pretty simple.
I don't really pay attention to the men like I do the women, so that's probably what that is. I just don't pay attention.
I saw a meme like that on the internet where people get all hyped for the female fashion, and when the guys come, it's like
unless it's going to be A$AP Rocky, who's going to weigh something way out there. Other than that, I don't look at the men.
Well, actually, A$AP Rocky wasn't that out there. This
right. I'm not saying he is or is. I'm
Mhm.
saying unless they're going to come as ASAP Rocky, something way out there, or what's Jada Pickett's son name?
Oh, Jaden Smith.
And that's Jaden Smith. People like that, I may look
I
at.
did like his outfit.
Right. You got to have a certain flair. Or what's that guy that go, baby,
Oh, Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X, people like them that's exotic, I will pay attention to. But right now for me, or couples, but it's really a woman thing for me. You
Fair
know,
Haley.
it was so many of them. I'm trying to think of Lauryn Hill. I like that. You didn't like her very much, but I liked. I thought the yellow stood out. I thought her hair was gorgeous. I thought she looked fabulous. I really did.
Mhm.
I did. I really did. Speaking of the Kardashians, Baby Crone said that was one of her favorite outfits. As for me, now you all can disagree. This is no judgment. This is my opinion. When I see Kimberly, I see her the same. The tight dress with the tight waist and the breasts and the butt and the back out. It's been like that. No matter what way she hooks it up, whether it's sea pearls or whether it's Marilyn Monroe, whether it's the witch of the wicked past that she came in with the hat, she always wear the same style. It's nothing different. It's always the back out.
That is true.
It's always the shoulders out, showing cleavage.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the curvy waist. It may be a different color, but it's the same style. It's to me. I mean, I know a lot of people like her stuff, and I'm not judging. I'm not going to say she looked bad. I'm just saying that's just her look. Mm-hmm. That's everything is accentuated with her waist, with that tight, her hips come down tight, and it's always the same. It's just look at her old stuff. It may be like a different pattern, but it's the same style. Mm-hmm. This time she looked good in black. I personally don't like her in black. I think she's too fair-skinned for black for me. And with the hat on, I hope she could see where she was going. But for me, and like I said, it's the same style. I love the way Riri hat was because you could see it. And many people that wore hats, I thought it was very wonderful.
Oh, yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
I do. You just reminded me, another one of my favorites was Zendaya.
Yes, that's what she had on.
She had on a white tuxedo with a white hat. It actually looked really good. Yeah. Zendaya is another one that can rock an androgynous look.
I like Kendall.
I did like Kendall.
I didn't particularly care for what Kylie had on. It could have been. I didn't like her in the gray. I think she wore gray. I didn't like her in that gray. Let me see it. You're bringing them back to my memory. Mm-hmm. She looks nice here, but I don't like that gray. Don't do nothing for her for me. Just like that black and that black that Kimberly had on remind me of that time when she was with Kanye and they had that black out that they look like ghosts. It's that sometimes black don't look good on fair skinned women.
That is true. And I did see a few like that on this.
It just doesn't seem right. And the reason why here, you can't see it, but this is Kylie. He put a picture up. I think she's, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give her an 8.
I'll
give her an 8.
I kind of think it's the way for me, I think it's the way the torso is, the way the corset just happens to cut, but also push up her chest. It just looks a little off for me on that.
I just don't like the gray. It could have been, I don't know, but I guess they're going with the color scheme. As for Kimberly, I didn't like the black, but it's the same style. It made her look washed out. You couldn't really see her face, but it's the same style. No matter what she wear every year, it's the same style. And this is no judgment. So to me, she needs to come with something different because it's always that corset look. It's always that tight, squeezed in, hips out, butt out, breast out. it's the same look. So for me, but this time she had on a hat, and it that's just it for me. She was okay. On a scale 1 to 10, I give her a 7. On a scale 1 to 10, I guess I would give Kylie a 7 or 8, because maybe she had on a coat or something with that in earlier. But just seeing it, I don't know. I don't particularly care. She looked okay to me.
Yeah.
I would give her an 8. I'm going to stick with her 8. Kimberly, I would give her 7 because it's the same look, and I didn't like her in the black.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't the only one, because people were saying that she looked like a witch, that she came in a witch's outfit. She did. She looked Halloweenish to me.
I could see it.
So,
It's definitely the fedora.
Right. I don't care how expensive that material was. She looked Halloweenish to me. Who else we have?
I liked Cardi B and
I did like Cardi B.
Yes.
I did like Cardi B. Definitely like Cardi B.
Yes.
But I tell you who I didn't like.
Who?
I didn't like Halle Berry. And that was the one that she wore with her private part see-through.
Oh.
And I don't know why she have to be a moment. She just seemed like everybody was classy. You could expect other people coming like that. Would you see it?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you could expect other people coming like that, but not a main actress that's up there. That she just was too provocative for me. And
is right.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I see.
Now I see it. Oh God.
Oh God, is right.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord. Oh, I didn't see it that close. You know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't even look flattering.
No, it doesn't.
She looked like she got a bloated stomach, and I'm sure she doesn't. I don't know what made her do it. I think if she had some black panties on underneath
I think so.
of it.
A few people have gone for that look, but it just didn't look right on Holly.
I didn't like it. And it wasn't that kind of a moment. I think she should have came as Royal Hollywood, because she is royal and she's been around. She's in her 50s. She's been around, and she shouldn't have. I just think the younger, if Cardi B didn't come in, Meg Thee Stallion very looked good. Meg Thee Stallion, I think she had on gray. At one point she had on black, and then she changed to gray. I thought, Mary, you got a picture?
Yeah, let me look that up. I actually missed
I thought that Meg Thee Stallion looked very nice.
Okay.
You like it? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep, I was right. Yep. And with that white, see, that's what I'm saying. And you would think that the thotty dressers would come like that. The Cardi B's and they didn't come dressed like that. Mm-hmm. So I was shocked that when Halle Berry came like that, it was just too much. And it just didn't look flattering at all. It looked, I don't know what she's just too old to be doing that. She was the one that kissed Brody. What's his name? Adrian Brody on the mouth. It's like now she's like seeking something. Girl, you don't have to seek it. You already made it. You already made it. Mm-hmm. You don't have to. You are it. You are the it. You just got to accept the fact, like all of us, we're getting older.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
We are getting older, and we all have to deal with that. Mm-hmm. And one day, baby generation going to have to deal with the same thing. So please take a seat, chill out, and you don't have to do the most anymore. You already made it. Mm-hmm. You don't want to go out as the person that's the worst dressed. Halle Berry, you was very classy. Keep your class. That's what we loved about you. This here, what you're doing, let the young girls do it. And they even know to put that up on the shelf. You should too.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Keke Palmer's look?
No, I didn't. But she's always classy. I like Keke Palmer. I always like her. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with her hair though.
She kind of looks like she's kind of giving Drew from Atlanta vibes with that look.
Yeah, she's nice. She keeping the theme, and that's what I appreciate. What do you think,
yes,
baby?
I definitely
you got to put all these pictures in there.
Yes, I will.
And so, what else we looking at? You got one more for us?
Well,
I'm trying to think. It was so many, I can't even remember.
There really was a lot. On a website I was looking at, it said there was 307 pictures. That's a lot of people that attended. Yeah. Some honorable mentions. I'm not sure if you, just because I was just thinking about her. Lala Anthony was there.
Let me see what Lala had on. Very nice.
Mhm.
Typical. I don't know. Half dress. I don't know.
She took that androgynous literally. Half
I don't know.
pantsuit,
I
the
don't
other
know.
one's
I don't
like
know.
this.
I don't know. I give a question mark on that. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Who else you have?
We had Gigi Hadid.
Let me see Gigi.
She kind of reminds me of like old Hollywood a little bit with the
That
gilded.
gold wash her out.
Okay, fair.
She
enough,
looked
fair enough.
gilded, like from the gilded
Yeah,
age.
mhm, she
but
definitely
she
still
just
did.
doesn't. Too washed out. Too washed out.
Yeah.
Just too washed out for me.
You know,
Like Kim washed out with the black. To me, her skin too pale, too dark, and Gigi Hadid.
yes.
She was too washed out with the gold, too gilded. What else we have?
What's her name? Tyla. Sorry, Tyla attended.
She
the
looked
event.
good, didn't she? I thought she looked nice.
Maybe it's the updo for me, but everything else.
It just seems like she's a tiny woman. Like she seemed like she's about 89 pounds or 92 pounds.
Tiny like that, yes.
She seemed very tiny like that because when we put the picture up, it's just like she don't have no bust. You know, she just seemed
actually.
She just seemed very shapeless, like a girl, like a little girl. So for that, her outfit looked nice, but it wasn't voluptuous. It just didn't.
No.
It's like dressing up a little girl.
Yes,
that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, no, some dress shapes aren't all for all body types.
I think I think her body is like, to me, that's when she wear the shorts and the thing to make her body jingle. You could see it, but once you clothe it, it's just lets you know that it's not really a breast there. It's not no booty. It's not no hip. And because of that, it's like that coat is swallowing her up in it to me. But she's a small woman. She's a very, very small woman. I don't know if she's petite, but if she's petite in size. I don't know how tall she is, but
now this was one honorable mention because we didn't mention many guys here, but this guy in particular, I do not know who he is, but his name is Brian Tyree Henry, and I love this outfit.
Yeah, these are the kind of men that I look at. I do. I don't know. I think he had on boots. I'm not feeling the boots with that at all.
He did have some, but they looked like rider boots.
I ain't feeling it, but I do like the upper torso part that looked nice to me.
Yes.
So anyway, we'll just leave some pictures for you. We just wanted to give you a touch of what was going on and to let you know we'll be following things. But as I said, we have to condense this because Baby Crone won't be here, and she worked so hard on that I didn't want it to go without mentioning. So we just added it with the news. So we hope you enjoyed this news recap. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed and this is your kind of zhuzh, hey, subscribe. You know we appreciate it. And to all of my sunflower families out there and people that's been coming in all the time, we just want you to know we appreciate you and we welcome you. And we thank you for supporting us. And please, as we said, thumbs up if you like us. And if you haven't subscribed and if you want to, please subscribe. And with that being said, you know what we always say, sunflowers.